Zero hesitation from Parker Wolf. Zero hesitation from Kai Robinson. A throwdown in the final 200 meters.
Nico Young is in full sprint. Parker Wolf is right there. He has not dropped him or the defending champion, Kai Robinson. Wolf coming up on Nico Young's shoulder as they come off the final turn. Down the straightaway, it's Parker Wolf. Kai Robinson trying to cover the move. Nico Young doesn't seem to have a response. It's Parker Wolf of North Carolina, the junior, is going to win the 5 over Nico Young and the defending champion, Kai Robinson. 54-8 for the last 400. The last half mile must have been around 152. So no slouch is she, and she is hunting Michaela Rose. Always better to be the hunter than the hunted. Michaela Rose can feel her coming up on her shoulder. What does she have left in the tank after leading this entire race? Whitaker goes wide, and she's going to take the title. Juliet Whitaker with a new meet record, 1:59.53 with a 58. It went out in 58.3. They came back in just over 60 seconds, and that race was. There goes Fisher with a lap and a quarter to go, coming up to the bell. It's Stanford, followed by Notre Dame, and Goose may have a little bit left in the tank. Indiana also right there.
Well, Grant Fisher certainly has the experience, but Nagoose has more speed. Kyle Mao has more speed.
Fisher, Nagoose, Mao. I don't think when Fisher gets the lead this late that anybody catches him. Here comes Nagoose. I'm wrong. Notre Dame wins it, followed by Stanford. Then Georgetown and Indiana. You don't see somebody catch Grant Fisher like that very often. Ashe with a good reaction to the gun. It's Ashe. It is Hanover. Here comes Ashe. And there goes Joseph Fahnbulleh. You don't see him until the last 30 meters because he's never in the race until then. But that is huge points for Florida. 10 flat with a .6 trailing win, so the time is legal. That is a lifetime best for Joseph Fahnbulleh, an Olympic finalist in the 200 meters for Liberia. Keep them going. Janique Brown out quickly, almost making up the stagger on Kayla White. Sha'Carri Richardson is there. Angie Anellis of USC. Now here comes Richardson. We saw what she did in the 100. We saw what happened in the 400-meter relay. Does she catch her? Ooh, very close. I'm going to say no. Sha'Carri Richardson trying to reel in the defending champion, Angie Anellis. That was very, very close. They have not adjudicated it yet. 22:18 is the flash time. It is Anellis. 22:16 with legal 1.3 meter per second win.
Fourth all-time collegiately on the NCAA list. 22:16 for Anellis, and that lean at the tape was absolutely incredible.
That is a world jewel. His whole career at Arkansas. Kiprotich now with a head of steam in the front. Cameron Griffith trying to make a move on the outside, or does not have an answer, but Nagoose does. Yared Nagoose trying to catch Kiprotich, and he may have done it. Right there at the line, Yared Nagoose of Notre Dame taking the inside track right next to the curb, may have snuck up and caught Justin Kiprotich of Michigan State. Yes, Nagoose is your winner. Wow, that was a very strange last 100. Good start for Hinchcliffe. But out in lane 7, that is Zacchaeus Beard. It's Beard. Now here comes Hinchcliffe. Oh, it's got to be Hinchcliffe. Wins it with Favor Ashe finishing second and limping away after the finish line. 9:95 with just a zephyr of wind, .2 at his back. Ashe at 9:99, but something has happened. Auburn went 2-3. Ajayi was third.
Look at that finish. Hinchcliffe running through the finish line like it's a brick wall. You see him get his shoulders across first. Favorite
those sunglasses on, you can't miss him.
Keep your eye on lane 6. That's Trevor Stewart from North Carolina A&T, the junior. He just has such great rhythm, great poise, great tempo.
So it is Stewart first off the turn. Montgomery chasing. Stewart continuing to lead. Kamari eating into that lead. Kamari, Montgomery coming. He's got the momentum at the line. It's Montgomery. Kamari Montgomery leaving it to the very last moment. 44-23 the time, but for Carl Lewis and Leroy Burrell, more importantly, the 10 points that they desperately needed out of their senior quarter miler who started at Missouri, was a 60-meter indoor champion when he was at Missouri as a freshman. Now,
but can he get a national title? Colin Sullivan looks incredible at this point.
But Elliott Cook is also right there on the rail with Adam Spencer, as Salman used too much energy for all that time he spent in the front. Salman, Cook on the rail. Here comes Spencer. Wascom is there. This is going to be right to the wire. Joe Wascom on the outside breaks the heart of the Hayward faithful, out-leaning their junior, Elliott Cook of Oregon. Once again, a national champion run by a middle distance runner from Seattle.
Closing in 52.6. Elliott Cook was right there alongside him. What a close.
Great exchange. Now LSU moving very well out in lane 8. They pass first. For LSU, Thelma Davies, the freshman, but here comes T.T. Terry. T.T. Terry trying to bring the Trojans back, and I think she did it. USC catching LSU at the line. And that is just a little taste of what the head-to-head is going to be like today, all afternoon.
Woo! The closing speed of T.T. Terry is something else. And look at the headband. Fight on. That was an incredible leg.
Allred with an excellent reaction to the gun, but right next to her, Jaden Mays of Oregon is having a good race. And then from Coastal Carolina, it is Jefferson,
wow,
who steals it at the end. The Chanticleers, a surprise when you consider that the collegiate record holder was in the race, 7:09 the winning time. Abby Steiner finishing second with 7:10. That's a lifetime best for Steiner, who we will see later in the 200 meters. But Jefferson, what a great time to have a great race.
Right in the middle of your track in the white and black bottoms. Jefferson stays down so well.
Daly now with McClear. McClear in the lead, and Charlie Hunter going to chase. Finley McClear, the sophomore from Miami of Ohio and Great Britain, has a lot of run left in him. I think Charlie Hunter might run out of real estate at the wire. It could be Hunter. But I have learned that the guy closest to me is not often the guy who won it. Another tough separation for the photo finish folks. We haven't seen it yet. They're all waiting. It's Hunter, 1:45.90, and McClear, 1:45.91. I didn't see a hundredth of a second separating those guys. An incredible finish.
Front right now. Miles Batty, the senior, the biophysics major, trying to win it for BYU. Here they come.
Here comes Bayer on the outside.
Bayer from Indiana trying to catch him. It's Batty and Bayer. Bayer and Batty, it's going to be tight, and they dive for the finish line.
Wow. 3:43.80, which means they ran somewhere right around 53 plus seconds for their last 400 meters. It might be 54 seconds, but nonetheless, terrific stuff and a very competitive race. I wonder if the chest That's what I was going to say. The chest of Bear got across first. They show Andrew Bear the victor by 1/100th of a second. Both men head out hard. And it's bad.
This entire stadium here in this grandstand section over and on the far side as well.
Here we go.
It'll come down to the final leg. For Oregon, Keisha Baker. For LSU, Latavia Thomas.
I have to tell you, Ian, I'm glad Jessica Beer is in second position because you can see this woman run. She will run this anchor leg. Can Keisha Baker hold her off? I'm not sure. But take a look at LSU moving out on the outside. This is going to be a really fantastic race.
Oh, there's the move made by Jessica Beer.
Did she go too early? That's the question.
She's making her run wide the entire turn. Smart move by Keisha Baker from Oregon.
So Baker has got her on the inside. Who's got something left in the tank? It comes down to Oregon and Texas A&M, and it is a major battle between Baker and Beer. Neck and neck. Oregon and Texas A&M, and it will be Oregon. Keisha Baker gets it done at the tape.
And she looks like she can't believe it because what a fantastic leg by Keisha Baker. She made Jessica Beer run on her outside that last turn.
Taz Loxham in second place right now.
So it's Jock, Loxham, Andrews picking up the pace.
Look at this move wide. I also should point out Elijah Greer is a great kicker from Oregon. Here they come, but they've left themselves. Look at Andrews try and make it up.
Robbie Andrews trying to challenge Jock, and he wins it. Oh, what a rally. Robbie Andrews from Virginia. He's done it.
Sensational time, 1 minute 44.71 seconds. Robbie Andrews, tremendous high school runner coming out of New Jersey, went to the University of Virginia where he is now, of course. He had plantar fasciitis earlier this year, missed the indoor season, and has had solid training since January. Lost about 10 pounds. He's lighter and leaner right now. Coach Jason Vigilante very happy about what he can do. Remember an old horse race years ago? If you're a horse racing fan, Silky Sullivan used to lay way back in the weeds and he'd come on and win. Look where Andrews is now. He's in the orange. Look at him make up gears. He doesn't have...
Tracking down LSU. Francis trying to get today. LSU and Oregon. Here they come. Down the stretch, it's LSU with Day. Can Francis make a push? She's coming on the outside. Phyllis Francis of the Ducks trying to chase down Janique Day of LSU. LSU and Oregon. And it appears Oregon has pulled it out. Francis and Day very close at the finish. Oregon wins it.
Three minutes, 24.58 seconds. LSU 5/100ths of a second behind. Close finishes throughout this event. What a meet this is.
He's trapped in. Finley McClear of Iowa State is making a move on the outside. Bit of traffic there. Camden Marshall of Indiana goes down.
Whitmarsh is trying to navigate through the traffic. Look at this, but on the outside it is Cohen, Shane Cohen, who went wide. It's Cohen holding off Whitmarsh at the finish. Shane Cohen, the senior from Virginia, bided his time, went wide with 110 meters to go, and had clear sailing all the way to the finish line. Sam Whitmarsh looked like he was on a motorcycle trying to go through a course of people, luckily not knocking anybody down.
Look at the display of sportsmanship between your top two right there. Now
She's raced him into 5th place and closing.
wow.
Her split's going to be interesting.
Oh, and USC bobbles the baton at the pass.
And that puts Kentucky in 4th. Oh, SC passing on the inside. I'm not sure if that was incidental contact necessarily, but Purdue is winning this race so far. Janaea Mitchell for Purdue on the anchor. Kendall Ellis for USC now into 3rd. For Kentucky, that is K.L. Clark
Cale Clark, a great closer for Kentucky, and I just don't know if Purdue is going to get caught.
No, there's no way it's going to, unless they drop the baton. Purdue's going to win this, which we certainly didn't see.
Here comes SC.
USC is
my
not going to
gosh.
catch Purdue, I don't think. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look what's just happening. USC wins the women's team title in the last meter of the 4x4. Unbelievable final leg by Kendall Ellis.
50.0 on the split. I almost had a heart attack.
Well, it just doesn't get better than that. The only team in the race that can win the team title, Georgia has to be in shock at that outcome.
That is a carbon copy of what happened last year. It was snatched from Georgia by Raven Rogers of Oregon last year, and Kendall Ellis just won the team title.